For this video, I will be discussing how to care for feeder insects for reptiles. Specifically for my leopard gecko, Leon. Main topics of this video will be feeding, housing, catching, and dusting of feeder insects. The phrase for feeding your insects is called gut loading. This is very important. It's the difference between eating a chip and eating a chip with guacamole on it. Which one's better and more healthy? I use Cricket Quencher fortified with calcium, and I also use Orange Cube Complete Cricket Diet with vitamins. Fresh fruits and vegetables are fantastic for your feeder insects. It's best to choose varieties that will take longer to get moldy. It's important to take out the old, dried up, and mostly eaten portions of fruits and vegetables. And replace as needed, which normally it's about every 2 days, and top it off with a cherry to keep your insect happy. I used these dried apple pellets that were originally for my dear rats, but they said they did not like it, so my crickets eat them. I'm using a Pringles can lid for a nice shallow dish as well, because even though crickets can jump, they have a hard time getting into anything not shallow. Leon always knows when I'm doing anything with his feeder insects. He always comes out no matter what time of day it is. The yellow calcium fortified gel is their favorite, it seems like. They also eat these oats that I use for their substrate. Get the cheapest oats you can get a hold of, and it works perfectly for substrate for both of my insects, the crickets and the superworms. It's important to have things for them to hide in. Egg cartons are some of the best because they can cling to them. I keep my superworms in a small cricket keeper. They do very well in there. My crickets were in a 10-gallon tank. Catching crickets is very easy. I use an ordinary Ziploc bag with supplement powder already in it. I pick up the egg cartons where they are most likely to be hanging out and shake them off into the baggie. Sometimes they will also be in a toilet paper roll. To count them, hold the baggie flat and semi-tight to keep the crickets still so you can monitor how many you're feeding. When choosing superworms for my gecko, I search for pale ones or very light colored ones because that means they recently shed their shell or their skin, and they are softer, slower, and are more delicious. I've always had a fear or phobia of bugs, but ever since I got my leopard gecko, I am slowly rehabbing my sensitivity to crawling, jumping, nasty, disgusting bugs. After choosing some tasty looking superworms, or they're scientifically called Zophobus moreo, I shake them around in the bowl with powdered supplement. Leon waits patiently for his supper, and he has a very healthy appetite. Now he knows that crickets are coming up next. The supplements I use are ZooMed's Reptivite vitamins with D3, ZooMed's Repticalcium without D3, which I could only find online. These are very important for keeping your gecko healthy in captivity. I keep a calendar right by Leon's home to take note of what I feed, when I feed, and what insect I dusted with. Releasing the crickets is also quite easy. I just open the bag and coax or shake them out. Try not to let any of the supplemental powder get out into your gecko's home. As you can see, Leon is instantly ready to hunt and eat. I hear a lot of people don't give their leopard gecko so many crickets at once because it can be overwhelming for the gecko. However, I have learned that my Leon is an exceptionally good hunter, and he seems to rather enjoy having 8 to 10 crickets running about for him to stalk and strike. Typically, you wouldn't have the lights on during feeding because geckos already have amazing eyesight and don't need the bright light. They are also a nocturnal reptile. Also, the crickets reflect off the glass, and your gecko will see 2 crickets and get confused as to which one to strike at. Now, sit back and enjoy Leon's sweet skills.